Hello, I'm Mallrat and I make music. We are in the apartment I live in right now, where I have my little home studio. It's this corner over here.
I already see your record.
Actually, I put all my records in storage because I thought it was kind of wanky to have them. I thought it was kind of like wanky to have them in the living room, but I did keep this one because this is where I lived when I was a teenager. This is my backyard and that's my dog, and I love this photo.
That's terrible.
Yeah. This is actually Bonnie's dog. So Bonnie is my front of house audio engineer and I love them, but they moved to America recently, so I'm dog sitting. I found this downstairs. I love Papua New Guinea though, so I was like, that's not going in the hard rubbish. My old housemate's art. My friend made this calendar for me. Actually, this is crazy. Wait, come have a look. Young Lean's birthday, Sky Ferreira's birthday, Selena Gomez's birthday, Cher Lloyd's. Look at this photo of Jelena. So yeah.
Is your birthday in there?
I don't think so. I'm in September. No, so that's my birthday. But there's a photo of Avicii, which is sick. Say something. These are my guitars. My Justin Bieber guitar.
Beautiful.
I have 2 Hello Kitty guitars. And I don't really play any of them, but I have them.
That is amazing.
Isn't this crazy? So the amp is inside the guitar, so it sounds insane. Crazy, right? But then I'm pretty sure like all of these guitars are meant for kids.
Do you write on any of them?
A little bit. I actually also have one that's a little pink one in the shape of a love heart, and I have written some songs on there. A song called Heart Guitar. Yeah, but I guess when I'm writing, I'm kind of producing as I go, so it's less about being able to play technically super well and more being able to manipulate it into how I want it to sound on the computer. This is where Barb works. Say something.
Say something. What are the wooden things?
I feel like what you're about to see when I show you my studio is that it's not like a super technical studio. It's more like a cute space. If it was a real proper studio, the speakers would not be facing towards a mirror over there. And I would have carpets and rugs and stuff so that the sound quality was better. But because of the way that I use it, I don't really need to do all that. So I kind of just have a comfy space and cute things.
But you write
that make
your
it
songs
fun.
here?
Yeah, I write a lot here for sure. So these wooden dolls are by this company called Teenage Engineering.
Oh.
And when I'm basically obsessed with using vocal sounds in my production. And I always imagine when I'm doing that I have like a little robot choir inside my computer. So when this company released an actual robot choir, I had to have it. And it's crazy because they each have their own unique voice. And when you pair them together, they find their own spot and they harmonize with each other. Sometimes if you accidentally randomly like bang the table, they wake up and they start singing a song. But otherwise you can control them with Bluetooth. And I have for that, a little OP1 Field, which is just another little synth by the same company.
So like anyone can buy these?
Yeah.
Do you know how much they are?
They were kind of expensive to get them all. And honestly, they're so cute and fun, but they're not very practical.
So you have to buy each one separately?
Yeah, definitely. I'm like one of the few people in the world who it's like perfect for, who like has to have this. Yeah. They're really silly.
And what's this keyboard?
This is a Mellotron. So this I got because it has, actually you can see the last sounds I used were the choir sounds. But yeah, I love vocal sounds and choir sounds when I'm producing. And so that's the main reason I got these. But it's basically a synth that has a lot of real sounds on it. You know, it's not like your classic synthesizer where you kind of have to build the texture. It's got like real recordings of strings and lots of orchestral instruments and lots of voices. Yeah.
Have you recorded on it?
I've used Mellotrons on a few songs. I think there might be a little bit of Mellotron strings in my song Teeth.
Cool.
Excuse me, little lady. This is just a MIDI keyboard. So if you don't know what a MIDI keyboard is, it's just basically tells the computer what note you're playing, and then on the computer you adjust how it sounds. So it's complete control. I guess that must be the brand. I feel
Where
like
do you get, like, how do you choose what instruments to get?
I feel like I don't buy synths and instruments very often because most of the stuff I do is in the computer. So I only really buy things if I think they're really silly and cute, or if it's a really practical thing that I might need. So a MIDI keyboard is super practical. It's just basically a way to have more control over what you're playing, because otherwise, like, you can use the keys on your keyboard, but you're like literally doing that to try and play chords, so it's a little bit limiting.
Well, what program do you use to make songs?
Ableton.
Did you teach yourself?
Yeah, and some friends helped as well.
So your first songs that you wrote, what was the setup for those?
When I first started making music, I was in high school and I had GarageBand. And so I would make little beats on GarageBand, and then I didn't have a mic or anything, so I would record, like I would try and record straight into the little mic that would be on the side of the computer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It sounded really bad too, but that's how I learnt how to produce. And then I think at a certain point I got hooked up with some different producers, and I would go to their studios. The place where I recorded most of my first EP was actually inside like a storage shed, like a Kenned's. I don't know if you have Kenned's in Victoria. Yeah, it was in a Kenned's storage shed. So I would catch the train there after school and record there.
Whose shed was it?
This guy called James Angus. Yeah, producer from Brisbane. And then I started going to studios a bit more, and as I spent more time with producers, I would always be like asking them questions about how to produce and record. So that's how I learned.
What are these things?
This is my interface, and an interface is basically the translator between an instrument or a microphone and your computer. I mostly use it for vocals, and this is a Shure SM7B. These are really common. Like, often if you're doing sessions with different people, they might have a few microphones, and they'll often have this. Basically, it's really good for demoing ideas, and a lot of producers that I've worked with will even have the track playing through the speakers, not just in the headphones, and then they'll be like, do you want to just demo something over the top? And because of the way that this mic functions, everyone in the room can kind of like listen in to the idea as it's evolving a little bit and as you're recording, so it's pretty cool for that. Yeah, it's more for demos, but honestly, it's been in some final songs that, like, I've done some final vocals here.
Do you know which ones?
The first song I did with Benny, called Winter. I recorded that in lockdown at home. It's not the cleanest, most perfect audio quality ever, but I think that suits my style as well. Like, I like more affected vocals. It doesn't have to be the most raw, clean sound for what I want.
Cool.
And then also with these, what I use and you're generally recommended to use is this cloud lifter, which basically just increases the gain, because these are otherwise pretty quiet.
Oh, I thought like your audio interface was supposed to do that.
This does that as well.
But you needed another one.
Yeah, it's just this mic specifically kind of needs a bit of a boost, so you generally will get a cloud lifter. Yes, this is Ducky.
Hey, Ducky.
And this is Lucky Cat. Actually, this I just put here because I knew you were filming and I just thought it would be cute.
It's so cute. I just got my toddler this.
So friggin' cute.
Are they fancy speakers?
No, these are, I mean, they're good. These are little Genelecs. I bought them secondhand off my friend Alice Ivy.
Oh, cool.
I think she had these as like, she would sometimes put these in her suitcase, and like when she was traveling, she would be able to work on music with them. So they're good for that, but I mean, I'm in an apartment building, so they do the trick.
Yeah, totally.
My upstairs neighbor
These?
did these.
Wow, so cool.
His name is Laurie Groom. I love him so much. And his partner did that one.
This is amazing.
So cool, right?
Oh, I didn't even talk about your piano.
Oh yeah.
Do you write stuff on this?
A little bit, yeah.
Where'd you get it?
This is also secondhand. This is from our friend Jackson, who plays drums.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just an old secondhand piano.
What is your songwriting process?
My songwriting process is a little bit different every time, but it's really intertwined with the production process, which I think is different to a lot of people, especially like different bands. Because when bands record, they have to really have stuff figured out before they record. But because I work on my own and I am either working with another producer or I'm producing myself, the production changes as the song develops.
Yep.
And also because of the style of production that I like is often really electronic or sample based. Sometimes the original ideas that I sketch in, I end up sampling and they become a part of the production rather than remaining like a main vocal.
Yep.
And so it's kind of, it all feeds into each other in a way that's not maybe as linear as like sitting down with the guitar, writing a song, recording a song.
Do you come in with like lyrics or words to use? Or?
I used to, but now it's a lot more fluid, and I usually write on the spot, but sometimes I don't. Often it doesn't happen right away.
Do you have to be in like a mood to write? Or do you
Not really, but I do find when I'm writing a lot, things start to feel a bit stale. Like when I'm doing sessions every day, working on my own stuff, at least I often feel like I've run out of interesting things to say, but
you need to go out and have like life experiences.
yeah. So it's good though. I feel like my life at the moment, there isn't too much structure and I have the privilege of being able to like do this, go on tour for a bit, come back, work with other people, work on other people's stuff, work on my stuff, work on their stuff again. Like it's a nice variety.
What's in here?
Okay, so usually my DJ decks are up here,
Cool.
but they're on loan at the moment. Trying to learn how to be a good DJ. So this is where all my random little stuff is. So Teenage Engineering, the company that made the robots, sent me some cool little things. So these are different little samplers.
Like a medieval.
Yeah, this one's medieval. I haven't played with these heaps yet because they sent it just before I went on tour. But yeah, basically some little samplers, headphones, and the OP1 field. It looks like this.
Yeah,
They're really cute, right? It's the sort of thing that I should take with me on tour because I feel like I would probably make something cool with it.
Do you write on tour?
Not really. I wish. But I feel like I need to be alone or at least feel like I'm alone. Even when my housemate's here, I don't really write that much.
That's so funny. You're like shy, like a...
Yeah, I'm shy. And when I'm in the studio, I usually like will be in the corner on my own, like writing while they are doing some production stuff or some mix stuff.
What if you're producing?
Then I'll do that. And then when I need to write some lyrics, I just feel like when I'm writing lyrics, I like to really just be in my own little space. Babe, the drawer's jammed. Oh, it's my pesky little headphones.
They're the ones you wore on tour?
Yeah, wore these on tour instead of in-ears.
So why did you change to those instead of in-ears?
When we had our rehearsal day, I left my in-ears at the Acom in America. And Gab had his spare pair of headphones that I used instead for rehearsals. And then I realized I liked wearing headphones so much more than in-ears. I've never really loved wearing in-ears. Like I always kind of take one half out because even though they're like so practical, I love hearing what's going on in the room, but I don't like crowd mics because I don't like voices in my head. To me, having in-ears just I feel a little squashed, even when it's a perfect mix. But these, wearing over-ear headphones, honestly has just felt so good and I feel like I'm singing better. Feels more like my real voice. Feels less squashed. It's really, really changed the game for me. And it's an accessory. And then what's in there? Just cables, hard drives, that's empty.
Can you show me?
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is a whirly. Oh, it's also an umbrella stand right now. So ignore that. And honestly, Barb plays this all the time because she loves to sit on the modem. So she'll like jump up and go.
Oh, beautiful.
And then, which, you know, I should be taking better care of it. Like I shouldn't be letting dust and cat hair get in. But yeah, it's just this really beautiful vintage keyboard that I've always wanted and I saw someone selling one on Facebook. So I love it though.
It's so nice. It's so warm.
Yeah, and you can change the vibrato. But yeah, it is really warm. It's really beautiful. And also because I sing quite soft, it's nice to have a soft thing to play instead of the piano sometimes.
Can you tell me why most Australian artists that start to get big go and record or live in LA?
The main reason is that, especially for pop artists, more so pop than indie or electronic, there isn't a big infrastructure here to make interesting pop music. There aren't a lot of different people to work with. Also, just because of the size of Australia, like our population size, it's kind of difficult to find a large audience. And I think often being in a different place and tapping into other people's networks and, you know, finding your place in other little subcultures and collectives in other places can introduce you to new audiences. And a lot of stuff does organically happen in LA. I feel like that's almost the point of going to the city, is like this idea that serendipity is everywhere, like serendipitous things are going to happen and you're going to meet the right person, like in the movies. But honestly, it's just being in that place, you're just surrounded by people doing similar things. So there's a lot more room for that. By the same token though, I think it's really easy to kind of want to rag on Australia. Oh wait, one other thing I should say about that as well is, especially for producers, if you're a pop producer, there's only a handful of pop artists that you can really work with here in Australia, and your producer fee can only be so high, and in Australian dollars, it's just not really conducive to longevity. There's only so many people to work with and so much money to be made. So if you're trying to do it full time, it's a bit of a stretch. The other thing is though, like Australian music is really fucking cool, especially indie and electronic Australian music. Time and time again affects culture all around the world. Like I feel like often these really important breakout artists and moments and songs are Australian. So there's definitely something about being in Australia so separate from the rest of the world and having, at least in the past, having the support of like a government-funded radio station dedicated to supporting Australian music, that has created an epic incubator for Australian talent and something that's refreshing to the rest of the world. What else can I show you? I can show you my room.
Yeah. Cool.
This is my room.
Hello.
It's basically a wardrobe with a bed in it. If you want to look at all my clothes.
Whoa. It's huge.
It's bonkers. I don't know how I got so much stuff. I swear I don't buy that much stuff. One of the fun things about being Princess Mallrat is like styling myself and playing dress ups all the time. So I guess I need all this stuff.
Is it always this neat?
Nah. I did a big cleanup
Very tidy.
last week when I was sick. I've reorganized everything.
What's your favorite item in this room?
This vase I love. I got this for my little sister for Christmas, and then she passed away. So now I just like keep it. Actually, I got it for her, and then we had a big fight, and I was like, oh, I just got you such a good present. Like, should I keep it for myself? But I gave it to her. But yeah, now it's mine. It's so cute though.
It's so cute. Where'd you get it?
This place in West End in Brisbane called Kazuyo's Collection. This lady sells all these Japanese ceramics. Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many things. Yeah, my little friends.
Cute.
What else can I show you? Oh, this was from the horses video. Meow, 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 meow. This is the dress I wore on the Butterfly Blue album cover.
Iconic.
My friend Jared Reed made it.
What are in all the boxes there then? Special things?
In those ones?
Yeah, they look like special dress boxes.
They're like big shoes.
Oh no.
Even, which is crazy
Whoa,
because
that's
like I
so
have
crazy.
big shoes here.
So who inspires you with all these clothes? Like, how do you style yourself?
I have always loved clothes. And when I was in high school, I would like resell clothes
No way.
as well.
What a hustle.
Yeah, I was hustling. But I think I'm honestly inspired by a lot of different eras and different people, and like Pamela Anderson I'm obsessed with. Vivienne Westwood as a designer, but also like as a person, I'm super inspired by. And then I love Japanese street style and 90s skate culture and fashion, and I follow closely so many incredible emerging designers. I think that's what I find most exciting because they're usually a little bit more experimental or something. So yeah, inspired by lots of different things, a lot of vintage stuff and a lot of emerging designers is where I find my
And you get
inspiration.
custom things made for like
Yeah,
shows.
I wish I just went to the post office and posted something off to get altered, but
Ooh.
that was a custom thing that I'm wearing for an upcoming tour. Also, my friend Greta makes me incredible stuff. Like,
Ooh.
Greta made me this polo dress.
Whoa, like from a polo?
Yeah, just from an op shop polo.
That's so cool.
And then Greta also made me these, which I'm hopefully going to wear on the Marina tour. She made me this skirt. Isn't it so cute? She made me this skirt.
That's giving me Clueless.
100%. And she made me this, which is really cool for like layering over other things. And all of these patches are ones that she found. There's like Girls or Boy Scouts patches and buttons. And I have so many beautiful treasures from her. She also made me this skirt, which is made out of doilies from my other best friend Lucy's doily collection. Isn't that insane? I wanted to take that on our Europe tour, but I was like a little worried. And same with this, but I was a little worried about damaging them. But I think I'm gonna just bring them on this next tour because like I'm so excited to wear them. And also Greta's made me some really awesome handbags, but she will like the disclaimer is I've got to get them fixed by her soon because they're kind of cool. She's so talented. She's gonna start a clothing brand soon. And also this. Actually, I should wear this more. So yeah, I've got a few really special custom things and then lots of things I've just collected over the years.
How important do you think style is for an artist?
I think it's really important. Yeah. I think that if an artist doesn't have style, I'm like, what's the point? And that sounds really harsh. But honestly, like, and style, like you can express it in your fashion sense, but you should have a unique musical style. I feel like if you don't, what are you doing? There are so many talented musicians out there, but I think having a unique point of view and a unique expression is what sets people apart. And I think that people that don't have a unique style, I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. There's this other point that I would make that's also true for the art that you make, whether it's music or something else, but it's like, do something interesting. Don't try and recreate what's popular or what someone who you think is cool is doing. I mean, do that, like it's cool to be inspired by them and to learn by understanding how they did that. But I think that doing something just for the sake of it being an interesting choice is a fantastic reason to do something, and it's what sets people apart and makes people take notice. So whether that's in your visuals or in your music, make an effort to have a point of difference.
I just spotted this out of the corner of my eye. What is that?
Oh my god,
it's
this?
like a high school,
yeah, my sister made it for me when she was in the psych ward. Look at what it says on the back. Wall of Divas Asylum Edition for Gracie Grace. Yeah, it's like all these divas. Lindsay, Britney, Beyonce.
And this is cute, is that like a unique
Oh my
painting?
god!
Yeah.
I went to the craft markets with my dad and he's like, he bought it for me and he's like, it's a soy latte.
So cute.
So cute. What else can I show? There are honestly so many good things here.
Is this a book or a real diary?
Oh my god, yeah. This is crazy. This is
Oh, Paris Hilton.
Yeah, it's an old Paris Hilton diary. It's like basically advice on how to be iconic.
Have you taken any?
Totally. If you're having a bad day, try bronzer. It can cure almost anything. I love this bitch. She's so funny. She's actually such a role model. Lies I'm sorry I told. Lies I'm glad I'm told.
Telling fill it out.
Yeah, I know. I need to start.
You don't seem like a liar.
No, I actually am not. I actually don't tell lies.
This is really cool. Who did this?
That's an artist called Gary Abkin. Actually, he's American, but he lives in Ipswich, and he did the sharks over there as well. But I think it's really cool to know that he's American and living in Ipswich, and that all of his work depicts, it kind of like romanticizes all of these Australian things. Marshmallow mouse baby. I want to set up an area here where all of the Sylvanians can play.
Sorry. I'm sorry. With each other.
But I have to reorganize the shelf. Oh, this Super 8 camera. I used to take this on stage.
Yeah. Is it recording?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Are those butterflies real?
Yeah. They're vintage. This is a bird's nest I found on the ground, but it was next to a construction site. So it's cute to see that they got like stuff from the construction site. And like that would be so comfy as a nest. What else can I show you? Yeah, that's an award. Yeah, Best Australian Solo Act. Yeah.
Wow.
Aren't they so cutie? Oh wait, how cute is this? A girl called Michaela who comes to a lot of our shows made me this, and it's a bunny fly. So cute. She customized it with like the wings and the beads on the ears and the little flowers. So cute. I love her. It's random that this is from Smiggle.
It's from Sentimental. Oh, I didn't know they made guns.
Okay, so I care about lyric writing a lot, and so maybe you would think that I'm a big fan of poetry. I'm actually very picky, and I don't like much poetry, but I love Leonard Cohen. So I have like pretty much every Leonard Cohen book somewhere here or over there.
Oh, wow.
My other favorite poet is my little sister. She was working on a poetry book before she passed away, so I'm gonna finish it for her. I'm just working myself up to do it.
Are you gonna release it? Or?
I want to release it. Yeah. It'll be an interesting one to navigate because it's like with people's writing, when they're not around to tell you what they think about it, you have to, I don't know, it's a bit of a grey area, but I know her really well and she had sent me a lot of the drafts. So I think I can do it.
So will you edit and write stuff, or will you just like select stuff?
I'm definitely going to select stuff, probably do a little bit of editing. I'm actually also, to prepare for that, I've been reading all about like editing and copywriting and how different people approach it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I guess I'll just have to play it by ear a little bit.
What's your favorite book in this shelf?
Okay. One of my favorite books is actually one that I haven't read yet, but is special and kind of rare. And it's this book here. This is Nabokov's Butterflies. So Vladimir Nabokov is a really famous Russian writer, really genius, and he wrote like Lolita and A Pale Fire and a bunch of other like incredible influential books. He was also a lepidopterist, which is someone who collects moths and butterflies, and he was an expert.
Wow.
And he wrote a book about it, and it's really hard to find. And this was one of the nicest gifts I've ever gotten, because I mentioned it to my mum in passing, because my mum is a big like writing fan. And she must have written it down, like this was years ago, and then she like scoured eBay and found a copy, which is from an old library that closed down. So it's like a really hard book to get. So I know I'm rambling on, but there are a few other really awesome books on this shelf. One of them is Boy Swallows Universe, which is one of my favorite books by Trent Dalton. That's set in Brisbane and it reminds me of home a lot. And then these two are these books written by this famous like advertising guy from a few decades ago called Paul Arden. But he has these two books that I love called Whatever You Think the Opposite, and it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. Every time I see them at a bookshelf, I buy a copy.
Really?
Because every time someone comes over, not every time, but I'm often like just giving these to people. They're really cool, and we had them on our bookshelf when I was growing up, and I think it really shaped how I look at the world, actually.
Ooh,
I think
that's incredible.
Yeah, I would really recommend. I do have like a lot of photography book. This is the giant Rihanna book. So epic. It's like just all these photos of Rihanna. Oh, I love her. I have a favorite photo here. And it's her with Sophie because they worked on music together. I don't think it officially ever came out, but it's kind of cool to look at how they set up studios in all these different places. But this must be her working on Auntie. Like if you look at that track list. But look at how cute. This is like a kid's bedroom that they've set up in. This is Sophie. This is my favorite producer. This is from a while ago. But yeah, rest in peace, Sophie. Truly a legend. But yeah, that's my favorite photo in this book. But yeah, it's so cute. Like they must have gotten like hired out a big mansion and just set up in all different rooms. Yeah, sometimes big artists do that. Is they'll set up studios in different places and they'll float between the rooms where all the producers and writers are set up, and they'll duck their heads in and be like, what about this, and then record certain things. And yeah, it's super interesting.
Why do artists always bring photographers on tour?
Oh, that's a really good question. It's interesting because I feel like even there's lately been a move of people bringing videographers and like social media content people instead. Just because I guess that's, as an artist, that's your advertising. Which is, I suppose, because social media is an artist's main tool for marketing, and video lately performs better than photos, which is like a very boring practical answer. But also just photographers as well. I think that it's just cool to capture big shows and special shows and backstage, because the idea with being an artist is that you're like creating culture or bottling up culture. And so when you look back in time at important periods of history or in art and music and fashion, yeah, music is always a part of it, and it's really special to be able to see it documented and see the people that were a part of that moment in history and culture and what they were wearing, like, because that's actually history and is so important. So, you know, sometimes it sounds like a bit of an ambitious thing to say when you're talking about playing smaller gigs or being an indie musician, but it's nice to remember, like, the idea is that you're cultivating culture and you're capturing a moment in time. And I think that's a nice reminder to do interesting things. Like, as an artist, you want to be doing something worth documenting and reflecting or creating like a special moment in time.
Oh, a Vogue music book?
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is like a collection of a lot of Vogue shoots with different musicians. And I got it because one day I'm going to be on the cover of Vogue. I think I need to get a coffee table full. And
You
then,
actually do, don't you?
yeah. And then
you can be reminded every day.
yeah, put all the photo books on the coffee table. And then another one of my favorite photographers is Ren Heng, who's an amazing Chinese photographer. Petra Collins often like captures being a teenage girl in suburbia, but in a way that highlights the unusual or the magical, or kind of just like plays with imagination and boredom. But then it's still really girly, and that's 100% what I'm excited by. You've been working so hard, babe. Yeah, this is Bob's computer. Mark Ronson gave it to me before a show,
No way.
and I've kept it. I think it's so cute.
That's so cool. Wait, did he use that for coffee lip?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.